This is the Wrexham Round Up with Rowdy and Cryptic. She'll be right, mate. She will be right indeed. G'day. This is the Wrexham Round Up. I'm your host, Rowdy. That is Simon, aka Cryptic. We're in a good mood today, and we have a guest. We got a special guest that we're going to bring on any second now. Simon, how have you been, mate?
Good, mate, good. We've gone from snow on Christmas Day to 30 degrees today. Going to be 31 tomorrow, so I'm warm down under.
I've just had like 3 days in a row of 40 plus degrees, so yeah. I wish we had snow, but no snow here in WA. It's a bit bloody hot. But anyway, Simon has done something and got us a guest, and actually, guess I'm really excited to introduce. So you might actually remember him all the way back from the National League days on the commentary team with Mark Griffiths, who's been on the show a few times. But now we've got Chay Long. Let's get him in. Let's get him in and have a chat. Looking a bit worse for wear, but that's understandable.
Hey, as a quickie, who's taller, you or the older brother?
Oh, me by some distance, yeah.
So you are the long. He's the short
yes,
one.
Yeah. He's only 5'7", yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's a little bit.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at myself in this camera. You are right. I am looking rough this morning.
Hey, after that Sheffield game, it's completely understandable. I would be on a bender for like 2 weeks after watching a game like that.
It was, and town was very busy as well. You know what? I'm glad I remember the game. That's all I got to say. Because this and the Coventry game, I have got exceptional levered for after, but I do remember good portions of both games for now.
You could almost forget that first 20 minutes, though, going down 3-1 was a bit like, oh, my God, what the fuck? At 4 o'clock in the morning, my time was a bit ugly, but that didn't last long.
That was part of the fun, I think. I think that's what made that game great. I don't know what you guys think.
The comeback. Yeah,
the comeback was good. So what do you guys both think of, like, watch it from Australia, getting up 4 in the morning and then seeing us go down 3-1 before our time? Is that not just want to turn the TV off and go straight to bed?
Oh, I messaged Bess's little sister, who is asleep not watching it, but I sent her a message for her to wake up to 3-1, and I wrote, oh, wow, I may be done. And then, what was it, 5 minutes later, we got that second goal, and that was, but even though we were down the 2 goals, I didn't think we were playing bad at all. I just thought, they had some bloody good goals, and okay, we could have maybe defended them a little bit better, but geez, that Bamford guy, fuck, he can play a bit, can't he? Ooh.
Yeah. I was in the same boat. Like, I thought, like, I was annoyed at the first goal, but it was an absolute ripper from Bamford. Like, you don't see many goals like that in the league, and really only Bamford can pull off something like that. Maybe Mullen, but I tell you what, like, I was never worried. Like, even when we were 3-1 down, because we still looked like we were fighting and that we weren't prepared to give up. And I was like, maybe we'll get a draw, maybe we'll get another goal in, and it'll be 3-2, and it'll be a loss, but it'll be a worthwhile, like an entertaining loss. But then the goals just kept coming. Just like, wow. When that fourth one went in.
Wake the house. Wake the house. I got in trouble later on because that was like 5 a.m. It was like, fuck, yeah, get it.
This is kind of what I want out of a Wrexham side, though. I actually don't mind seeing Wrexham lose. You know, I've been a Wrexham fan since 2002, 2003. Most of the time, we've lost a lot of games, and lost them poorly. But comparing it to the Swansea game, that's what you want to see, isn't it? A bit of fight, isn't it? If you lose 3-2, but you're entertaining, you're taking shots, you're troubling their keeper, and it's a back and forth game, I think the majority of Wrexham fans can actually go, I accept that. That's all right, because we've given it a go. But when you play like we do against Swansea and Hull, and you just put in 11 men behind the ball and just hoping for the best.
Nothing. Yeah.
And doing nothing. That's why I was really glad that, because I seriously thought, I think you guys will probably disagree, is if we lost against Sheffield United heavily, I think he would have been in big trouble, Parky.
If we played that same shit style, if we'd lost maybe 5-3 playing how we did on Friday night, I don't think he'd be in trouble. But if we'd lost 4-1 and we'd sat back the entire game, then yeah. But I think he's shown he can. He changed the formation, again. So he's not a stuck in the mud dinosaur, He's got a different that he can do when he needs.
He can't change that front three now. He needs Windass, Broadhead, and Moore at the front every game, as far as I'm concerned.
You can't change the back three.
I mean, Broadhead was on fire, and I want to get to Thomason in a bit, but this game reminded me, had shades of the Barnett 7-5 game in the national days, definitely.
Did you call that? Were you calling that, Chay?
I did. Yeah, I did.
You remember your voice on the comms? Yeah.
To be fair, the comms, I've got to say, has got a lot more professional since me and Neil have left.
But lost a bit of flavour. Oh, but I love the comms, but it did lose a bit of flavour. But now it's a different flavour and under a different chef, and hey, it's come along.
I'm sorry, you can't have people like me and Neil bouncing up and down on championship commentary. You've got to improve it, haven't you, at some point.
Well, there's two favourite moments I actually have from the Wrexham commentary team, and they both of them involve you, Shay. One of them was when obviously the temporary stand was first built, and you were commenting on how loud it was with that fourth stand in place. I thought that was really cool. And the other one was the red card against Cannon. And you're like, that's a red card. Like straight away you were on it. I was just like, that's a red card every day. I'm just like, yes.
Well, thank you very much. I can't even remember that Cannon one because I did so many games. So they all kind of go into like a big blur.
Yeah.
Did
you think McLean deserves 3?
3-match ban? I think that's soft, guys. It was silly. It was silly, but you've got to remember, I've watched a lot of football, from the 2000s and the 90s. That sort of thing was a normal thing back in the day.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's right. He didn't exactly hurt him, did he? It was just a little flick.
No.
I'm sure you guys...
We had a guy get choked yesterday, was it?
Exactly.
Nothing's happened there. I think that's his name, that 3-match
ban. I'm assuming stuff that happens all the time in Aussie rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's at the toss, mate. You do that at the toss.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't, as long as it's controllable, a bit of argy-bargy, these guys are playing the passion. I don't mind that at football. And you can't I think getting rid of that,
it's not netball.
Don't get me wrong.
Basketball.
Yeah, exactly.
You could probably get away with that more in the National League, but when you're in the Championship and Premier League, the standards being so much higher, they don't want you to do that sort of stuff. So they're probably.
But they also, it's bringing the game into disrepute. You're on the telly a bit more. We don't want to be advertising that on the telly. If it was just on your channel and it's the back game, go for it. But now that we're on we're on Sky, you can't do that on Sky on Friday night. So they've got to make an example.
And I think because it was James McLean, they've probably made a bit more of an example of, he's, and it's a big loss for us. But as I said, as you said earlier, we'll talk about Thomason. It was a huge loss for us, but it's an opportunity for someone else, isn't it? And bloody hell did he take it?
I've never known a player to, and we may as well bring him up now because playing out of position and to do just what we haven't seen from our wing backs, as far as I'm concerned. I mean,
just
he looked like prime bloody Prime Barney back in the National League days and League
Looked like Roberto Carlos, mate, at times.
Just insane. Yeah, Roberto Carlos. Yeah.
Maybe that is his position now, though. Maybe Parky's just found that is his best position. He's left-footed. And if he carries on playing like that, I feel sorry for Patrick. I can't see him getting back on the
Broadhead together had some beautiful little passes and 1-2s and things, didn't they? It wasn't just his run; it was what he was able to do with the ball and his defense. They went through him a couple of times, but I think his offense has made up for that, and they couldn't stop him at all. And he gave us the run out of the back line that we've been missing to be able to bring the ball out, which has meant it's had to go through Sheep and James up until now. I just want to
put this into perspective. I mean, this dude was playing completely out of position, but his stats, he played the full 90 minutes. He got 3 assists, an 87% pass accuracy, 4 big chances created, 88 touches, 2 big chances, 1 penalty, 6 accurate crosses, 2 of his aerial duels run, 5 recoveries, and a 9.0 rating.
Yeah,
he
was out of position, and he gets that. I mean, that is ridiculous.
I think that could be his position, though. That could be his position. If you play like that, that could be your position going forward.
So slight change
and we nabbed him from League One.
Yeah.
His first time in the Championship. Does that change the January shopping list?
Ooh.
Let's see how he plays against Preston, because it would be interesting to see us play him in that position if we are defending all match and we're a bit more under the cosh. You've also got to remember we did concede 3 goals.
Yeah,
2 of them were soft. But as I said, we said Bamford's probably one of the best goals I've ever seen at the race course. But it'd be interesting to see. Is that just a flash in the pan, or can he consistently play well in that position? And I think you are right. If he can consistently play a 7 out of 10, it doesn't have to be like that every match. I think we go all out for another striker, personally.
Like another key for more backup or something. I mean, it may mean we don't need to add as many players to the squad come January if he does well. We definitely need backups. Because I feel that we don't have the depth that we used to have.
At the moment.
Yeah, especially with all the injuries. So that's killing us. Absolutely.
It's kind of thing. I know you guys will have a different perspective on it, because you've watched Wrexham when we've been just crushing it all the time. But do you think the club will think, you know what, we're doing all right as we are? Do we need to invest any more money in an inflated market in January when we can just save our pennies for summer? And there'll be a few players who will be, your Elliot Lees will be gone. A few others, maybe you replace Longman or
Barney, Cannon.
Yeah, or Barney or Cannon, or Rodriguez is out of contract. So do you just wait? Oh, you know what? Give it 6 months, whatever, till the summer, and then really splash out then. I don't know what you guys think.
I'm with you. If there's someone who's worth getting at a reasonable price, I think I'll go for it. But I don't think they're going to just buy somebody for the sake of buying somebody. There's no point doing that. We don't need the name coming in, unless there's a standout candidate who even nominates and says, "Hey, I want to go to Wrexham." I think, like you, they'll probably just try and get another midfield back up because we've copped a few injuries there, and wait until your summer and buy big then.
Unless it's someone like Erling Haaland or Mo Salah or someone like that.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to worry. I think actually probably the next 3 games will probably determine what our January transfer window is going to look like.
But they would have already
go
started
ahead and win the next 3 games, we may end up being like, we probably just need to, get 1 or 2 players in as a bit of a backup. But if we do drop off any further, I reckon you might be right. Like we might be looking at strengthening the starting 11. So it's a tough one. It is a tough one. I mean, you never know what the club's going to do. I mean, I didn't expect the club to just do a complete wipe this last season. It just came by surprise.
Don't tell Arthur or Max or George.
But I just look at anyone in our squad. Don't get me wrong. I think getting rid of Arthur or Max would be huge loss. But if the price is right, we are a business. You've got to let players go sometimes. But if the price is right and the opportunity is right, but the thing is, what we've got is we don't need the money, so people are going to have to play real good prices to get our best players. So
this Rangers thing with Windass, you reckon just rubbish, or just somebody putting?
There's got to be something in it.
With three.
There's got to be something in it. Talking to a few people who claim to be in the know have told me there has been bust-ups between management and Windass and someone else. But no, they don't. I have a feeling it could be Connor Cody, but that could be all hearsay anyway. But maybe having bust-ups is a good thing because you can change the way you play, and that's happened on Sheffield United. I don't know whether you noticed. I don't know if the cameras picked it up, but right after the final whistle, you could see Parky going over to Windass and giving him a hug. So maybe it's not as.
Did you see?
I think there's something in it though.
Is it White? What's their coach's name? Their manager's name, was it White?
Chris Wilder.
Chris Wilder. So Moore and Wilder had a nice little chat and hug after the game too. So he didn't want him to go. Their fans may have driven him up here, but Wilder was like wild that they got rid of Moore when he wasn't there.
And all he talked about post-match was how good Kiefer Moore was. But we need to talk about him really because he had an excellent game. And he's been gone missing a few times. A few games this season, he has been in and out of games, but to be fair, the service wasn't good enough. But Kiefer Moore, there's not many strikers at this level that can do things that he can do, and it suits us perfectly.
He's next level Ollie, isn't he? He's next gen.
Well, I mean, when you listen to opposing podcasts and get listen to try and other people's points of views and listen to the other gaffers when they're talking, they all talk about Kiefer Moore. Like he's like the most dangerous player in the championship if you let him off the leash. If you don't cover him well enough, he's going to score goals. So
I think in our setup, he's not a kick it to my feet and I'm going to be running. I know he got that beauty pass off Broadhead, but he does need those crosses coming in, and we're a team who do that or used to do that. And we've done it again against United. So I wonder. I'd be disappointed to lose Windass, but if someone's going to give us $5 million or something for us, and we paid nothing for him, you got to take it. But you wonder now that Broadhead and Moore
if the bust up was between. I mean, look, I'm not going to speculate on
Cody
on rumors and shit like that, but because I know I think there was a Paul Mullen one from last season. There can be all rumors at the end of the day, but if there is an element of truth to it, fuck off, Cody. Keep Windass.
This is the thing, though. As I said, if the price is right, I think it'd be a huge loss to get rid of him in January, and it's not a good look if the club's getting rid of him. It doesn't look good. But in the summer, if he really doesn't want to be here, then send him off. Rangers, though, can make your head turn because they are, for me, outside of, say if you put Celtic and Rangers in the Premier League, they'd be top 6 biggest clubs in the country, easy.
Yeah.
I don't think people realise how big the clubs are until they go and witness, what they can bring. Because they're huge. They are huge clubs. But I've seen a few Rangers fans on Twitter saying they really don't want him up back because he had some antics while he was at Rangers last time that didn't really go down well with their fans. So I don't think it'll happen this window anyway. I think we would be silly to get rid of him this window.
Well, what about Hardy? Because he's only been here just on 6 months, even though it's been
injured apparently, isn't
he? True. So there's no call needed to be made on him.
It's a rough time for him to get injured. So I think he was going to go out on loan. To either another championship club because I feel for the guy. He's the type of player. Sorry, Plymouth fans are saying that he needs a good run of games to show his quality, and he hasn't had that at all, has he?
No, barely.
What's your opinion on Connor Cody? Like, I know when he came in, he seemed very promising and very, like very well spoken. I think a lot of people had a lot of hope that what he could do. And he had the one good game against Southampton, which I thought he did all right in. But ever since then, it's just completely, there's just been nothing. And
when he signed, he talked the talk, didn't he? And everyone was excited. That interview, it was like, how could you not get excited? And it's a guy who I've had tremendous respect for career-wise. He was an England international, played in the Euros, played for Wolves, had a glittering Premier League career. But he was everything that Leicester, so far, he's been everything that Leicester fans warned us about. It speaks a lot that they'd taken off Cody when he played that Cardiff game and not Thompson, who was playing out of position. So, I mean, it's not out of the realms of possibility that he could come back and do a job, but so far, from what I've seen, it's been pretty awful.
He's getting picked on the bench, isn't he? But you've got to have a couple of defenders on the bench in case somebody goes down, but he's nowhere close to it at the moment.
But I don't know what you guys think. So I've been into football, watching a lot of Premier League. I thought, what a signing, and so excited and what have you. But what did you guys think when we signed it? Do you think?
I was excited too, but I think his legs have gone. I think he's either lost the desire or his legs have gone, and that can happen real quick, at that age. One season you're there, the next, you've lost that half a yard and you're no longer able to do it. I think he knows what he needs to do, but he's just not able to do it anymore. And elite sportsmen need to know when to say that was one contract too many. And that may have been it. No.
But we probably, I think, unless he changed it round, because it's not out of the realms of possibility, we'll probably end up paying him off, I think.
He might be really good in the dressing room and on the training track, in terms of helping Max and helping the others gel and play and passing on some information. And I guess you do need an elder statesman or two in the squad, but if he's not getting game time and we're looking for people to get off the 25, you got to think he's prime candidate.
But you need your elder statesman to come in and do a shift as well, don't you?
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah. You can't pay 10 grand a week for a cheerleader. You can't pay 10 grand a week.
The important question is how would you feel if you saw him coming off the bench if he got subbed on?
Yeah.
You wouldn't feel good about it.
Yeah.
I'd be nervous, but you've just got to give him a chance, haven't you?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
McLean didn't get a sniff and then had 3 or 4 really good games. So he may well come back, but no, I've written him off. I must say, if we get anything, it's a bonus. I'd be surprised if you played against Forest in the cup, or that may be a goodbye match.
With Connor Cody, I would have thought if we were to play a League One, a League Two team, or a conference team in the FA Cup third round, I think he definitely would have started.
Yeah,
but I think we're gonna go full whack against Nottingham Forest. Definitely going to go full whack. Definitely.
I swear, if we put out a shit team for that, or like a 7-string team for that, I'll just be like, what the fuck?
Myself. Even we got a week either side. It's not like we're playing the Tuesday, Saturday, Tuesday. It's a Saturday standalone or Sunday, whatever. It's only the one match that week. So, and there's a week off pre and post. So, yeah, I'd be hoping for the stronger side. Apart from maybe, I know to give Burton a chance. Is that when Burton gets to play?
I think you do have your cup goalkeepers. Is Danny Ward back? Is he on the grass yet? I don't know. I think you do need to give your second and third keepers chances. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I've actually seen some interesting Facebook posts lately of people like saying, "Oh, we should bring Paul Mullen back into the mold," and you just like
move on.
Move on. He's not championship material. And as much as I love the bloke,
he may have been 3 years ago pre the operation. But
I think what happened to him against Manchester United, that's affected his whole career. He's not been the same since he's come back. And that's got to fuck with your head. Like,
that was scary watching him. Yeah.
Scary. It's got, and I just don't think he's been the same since.
No.
I think back surgery really killed him off.
Yeah.
Last season he was running around he looked like RoboCop running around, didn't he? He was so stiff. And it's such a sad shame. If people say bring back Mullin, that's just because it's a bit of sentimental thing that everyone wants to see Mullin play in the Championship. But let's get it right. And I say this with the utmost respect. He's not doing it at Wigan, so he's not going to do it for us in the Championship.
Just before we head to a break, absolutely. Can they end his loan in January and send him back to us? There's nothing we can do about it. I mean, he obviously wouldn't be in the 25, but do we have to? I think they can.
Yeah, I think they can.
Because I've seen that they're not happy at all. They want to, their gaffer's talking about getting somebody in who can score. So you got to imagine, Mullin might be on borrowed time.
I could see him ending up at Tranmere or Cambridge personally. At some point. So I think we may have to pay him off as well. That's another sad thing, but.
Yeah, but we got the money. It's not going to be, just make it easy, make it clean, just do it. Same with Elliot, I think.
Yeah, a bit of dignity in it.
Yeah, and just do it clean. And you want to be one of those clubs like in the AFL. My football team is known as one who, if you come here and you end up leaving, and we will ship you out somewhere that you want to go. We're not going to just get rid of you. You want to be known as a club who looks after the players and not just holds them to a contract that nobody wants. Pay him out, do whatever it is, just move on. Just do it clean, do it nice. We're going to need to take a break, and then we have to come back and talk about where we are. Rousey, you want to do your thing?
Okay, all right. That's all right. We'll go to yes, we'll go to quick break. We do want to learn a bit more about Chay, but
we're not getting rid of him.
I mean, look, that game against Sheffield Wednesday, I think I will
United.
Sorry, Sheffield United. They're going down.
The good Sheffield, the better Sheffield. I won't say good. I'll just say better.
Yeah, I much prefer Wednesday over United. Their fans are very strange group of people.
Weren't they?
Yeah.
Very odd.
One of their fans owes me $500.
Oh. They were singing about they were singing Netflix again, away. It's just like
not Netflix.
It's now been it's been 4 seasons now. They're not. They were doing the thick Yorkshireman thing, the stereotype of the service. I think, to be fair.
Yeah.
I want to get into that. I want to actually talk a bit more about the game. So we'll do that after this, and then we're going to just sort of have a look at what we've got coming up, and we will then say goodbye to Chay. So let's do that. All right, off to a break. Get your Ned's bet on. I don't know if you can do it in 10 seconds. Do it. If not, we'll see you in.
I'll be sound.
Oh yeah, nah. This is the Wrexham Round Up with Rowdy and Cryptic. She'll be right, mate. There we go. We are back. We are okay for all the listeners that had a good break there. But if not, we enjoy people listening to us on YouTube. But yeah, Sheffield United, the game. From your perspective, so you were obviously there. Where do you sit when you come into the stadium? Are you in with the rabble?
Check end.
I'm
in the check end, so I sit where the atmosphere is usually, but not right by where the singers are. Just behind the goal usually. So it's really good seats for atmosphere and what have you. To be fair.
Good to have Manny back. Good to have the drums going again.
Yeah, it does make a difference, and I got to say. The atmosphere is a lot better against Sheffield United compared to what it has been this season.
You could hear it.
Yeah.
Across a lot better.
Yeah,
definitely.
I love that chant when you guys were going, it was 3-1 up and you fucked it up.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have just absolutely enraged some of those Sheffield United fans. I'll tell you what, it was nuts.
It was just a carnage filled game.
After a Conquo chant?
You can swear on this podcast, can't you?
Of course you fucking can.
Yeah. He's got the biggest dick in the Championship, Arthur Conquo. That's the
Uh,
lyrics.
it's that
And that's what the players were singing in the Fat Ball on the promotion night thing. So
Oh, okay. So it come from
that's
there.
that's where it comes from. Yeah.
It sounded like they were saying he's going to take a shit in the championship or something.
No. No.
I'm going to put my hand up and say, after the 3 goals, I was like, "Oh, come on, Arthur." I thought that second one where Longman got beat on the header, was it? I thought he got out of position on that long throw in. He was out of position and got
I was
back
starting
and then
to
forwards and lost. But after the 3 goals, he was superb, absolutely superb.
Yeah.
So
I was
he
starting to
pulled
think
himself out
during
of it.
those 3 goals, I was like, maybe we need to bring Burton in because Arthur's just been making too many mistakes.
You guys are too hasty when it comes to that.
Yeah.
You can't chop and change your goalkeeper, honestly.
2-day test.
It's a bit too hasty. I could see where you're coming from. I think he maybe could have done better with the one. Was it the second or the third one where Keith Moore flipped it on for him?
That's the that's one that was the second, wasn't it? Or the third.
Yes,
that was O'Hare. That was O'Hare's goal.
Yeah, Callum O'Hare's goal. And I think there was a moment before that where he was the one who conceded the throw-in. I understand it could be frustrating.
Oh, yes. He just didn't talk with Max, did he? He's come right to the edge of the box, and there's Max and maybe Hyam with him. It's like, dude, one of you needs to call for the ball.
Yeah.
And he didn't, and then he just booted it out of play. So, yeah, it wasn't a good look.
It wasn't a good look. However, there is things that Arthur Conquo can do that no other goalkeeper in this league can do. He's so tall. His limbs are so long. He can make really hard saves look quite ordinary.
The foot save he made was really good on his leg. Stuck his left leg out and saved it. So after the 3 goals, he was perfect. I have zero qualms about him playing again.
But the defenders have got to, you can't just have 3 clear shots from 3 clear crosses. That's sloppy defending as well. It was a bit of a mess all around, but as I said, it was a big part of the fun, wasn't it? That was.
Well, they pulled themselves out of it too, didn't they? I mean, they gave up nothing.
His save against Hamer was just that was a really good save. That Hamer's free kick. I mean, that looked like that had some absolute boot on it, and it sounded like it just made like the way it connected with his hands when he punched it away. Just sounded like that ball had a lot of pace, more than what we probably saw on the TV. Definitely.
I think with Arthur, we've got to keep on playing him because we've got serious potential there with him.
Yeah.
We've just got to accept as a fan base, he's going to make mistakes from time to time.
Yeah.
Everybody does. So young. He's still so young,
Well, Kiefer Moore makes mistakes. Broadhead makes mistakes. The problem is they don't cost a goal. And when they cost a goal, it's much more obvious than missing a goal. So
as growing up, I know all well about that because I was a goalkeeper myself. So
that's because you
make a mistake.
11, Well, poor little Bill's like, man, he's up there. I can't score past him.
It's one of them. You make a slight mistake and it just goes in the net, and that is just something you've got to live with. Especially if you're the standard of goalkeeper I made. I was making more mistakes than saving shots. So, but yeah. It's just one of those things. I think trusting Arthur, he's, you've got to forget about the Swansea game, haven't you? Because that is what it is. We did deserve to draw that game anyway. That is what it is.
You're going to put in a shit performance every now and then. It's how you bounce back, how you respond. And not only the win, but the manner of the win is what just made me so happy after the United game. Yeah,
definitely.
Well, how are you feeling about the games coming up?
Oh, one second. Then just before we jump into there, just before we look ahead, halfway point. Best team in Wales, best promoted team, surrounded by 2 ex-Premier League teams in Southampton and Leicester. How are you feeling expectation-wise versus reality-wise now that we're halfway through? Like, where did you think we would be at this sort of point of the season?
I thought we would be exactly where we are now.
That's why we got you on.
And I think we will finish around where we are now.
That's not what
And I think that is a fantastic season. It's a brilliant season. We've been spoiled to death with promotion after promotion after promotion. It's so, it's so uncanny of any football team to do what we've done. But expectation-wise, I think we'll finish where we are. But there's certainly a potential we could, if a good run of form, the way the Championship is this season, we could make a run to get a playoff spot, or we could just really dip like we did against Swansea. Yeah, but I do think there's 4 or 5 sides that are clearly worse than us this season. So I don't think we have to worry about relegation. But if we can keep the morale up and we can, be positive as a fan base, the playoffs isn't out of the realms of possibility for sure.
You know what, Shay? I think we do. I think we go on a run. We make it. I know it sounds a bit optimistic and nutsack half full type thing, but I honestly think this team's got enough in them to do it. It's just, I mean, it's so hard to call because this Championship is so close. You can throw a napkin over the third to 16th,
17th or 18th,
yeah. But it is starting to break. There is obviously still a chasing pack, and we're in that chasing pack. And I just got the feeling that we've got the experience from the previous years that may actually see us in good stead should we go on a run. And I have a feeling it's probably coming, and maybe that was a turning point for us. So
you'd like to think so.
I think we'll know over the next 3 games.
It could be. I'm not saying it's out of the realms of possibility for sure. We've conceded a lot of goals in the last few games. I'd like to see us going back to defending a bit more vigorously. But
does that mean the three defensive mids, or and then you don't have the Broadhead Moore Windhouse combo up front?
So no, I would like to see us. So, say for example, we start with the exact same team, Sheffield United. If it's not working, go back to defensive and see the game out. Say we play in Preston, who are a very good side, who are going to be in and around it. If we get 1 or 2-0 up, or we need to see off a game, then you go defensive. But I'd like to see us go for it from the whistle against it. Works, doesn't it?
Rather than start defensive and try to then, wear them down for 70, start offensively and try to.
And if it's not going well at half time and Broadhead's look, he can fade away in games and look, like he's not even there. He's just like an extra man. Take him off, stick Dobson on, and see out the game. You know what I mean?
How do you think the mood will change if we go again on Tuesday? Monday night.
Well, Tuesday for you guys, Monday for us.
Yeah. Tuesday 4 a.m. for me. How would the narrative change if we go and do them 5-0?
Oh, Jesus, 5-0.
I think the narrative changes even if we get a draw. If we get a draw and the game's good, it's exciting. You're thinking 4 points out of them 2 games. That's not bad at all, and that sets us up nicely for a game against Blackburn, who are a bit vulnerable. A good away crowd on New Year's Day. That's exciting. But beating them 5-0, well, that would get us all very excited. That would, wouldn't it? Let's be fair.
Well, we've got 3 matches against teams we drew 1-1 with throughout the season, throughout the first half of the season. So now we get to try and beat them and see what we've learned. Because 7th of December, we've only just played Preston. So, and that was that 1-1 away, and was that Max late got that equaliser? So I'm hopeful. I'd hope that we come out with that attacking mindset again, rather than the park at the bus.
The Preston game's one we scored early with Kiefer, wasn't it? And then we just defended for the whole game, didn't we? and then they're going to be Preston are going to be looking at that, and their fans will be looking at if we play like that again, we can't scrape a draw out of a game like that again. They'll be thinking we could beat these 3 or 4-0 themselves. So it'd be interesting to see how we approach that game compared to the away tie.
Yeah, well, I mean, the next 3 games against Preston, Blackburn, and Derby, the previous games we played, they were all draws.
Yeah.
So it'd be nice to obviously turn those around into a win, or at least 1 or 2 of those into a win. But I mean, if they were all draws, and we got 1 more home game and then 2 away games, and our away form isn't that bad like it's been in previous seasons. It's possible we could go on a bit of a run here, but
I'd look at the Preston game and think, if you can get a draw out of that, happy days. You've not dropped points against a really good side this season. Happy days. I think we need to be looking at beating Blackburn. They're a bit of a basket case side. There's going to be 5,000 Wrexham fans, including myself. 12:30 after New Year's Eve. You know, it's going to be some very drunk people in that crowd. You know, we can make if we can make a good rocket of an atmosphere and get
So how are you getting there? How you get to Blackburn?
Bus.
One of the turf buses or the club bus or MH?
Club bus, which Rob and Ryan have paid for. So that's very nice, isn't it? Nice little Christmas gift.
Yeah.
So it's 25 quid. So they give the money back for it. So that's a really nice gesture, isn't it, in all fairness? And that'll be going straight into the kitty of lager and Guinness in the ground, most likely. So
I'm more hopeful against Preston than you are. I think we can get 6 out the next 2, or 6 out the next 3 would do me wonderfully well. I reckon anything less than 5 would be a bit of a failure. So, hopeful.
It's one of them. Preston are a very good side. So all I'm saying is, if we get a draw and it's a good game, that's a good result. That's a really good result.
We beat Charlton at home. They were a good side. We beat United. They're a pretty good side. Yeah, I think we play better against the good sides than we do against the bottom ones.
I am actually interested to know, because maybe you might know more about this than I do, Shay, but a very interesting call was made by the Premier League not to have any games on Boxing Day or New Year's. Now,
it's a joke.
Why? It's a joke. It doesn't make much sense to me, that decision, because we clearly shown, especially with what, you know, that game against Sheffield United being on TV. I mean, what a game for TV. What a game. I mean, that would have got loads of people's attention. But for the Premier League to go and do something like that, I mean,
it's typical old Premier League tone deaf towards the fans. And that's, you've got to remember, all through the pyramid, from the National League up, even National League North, Boxing Day games have inflated crowds, because it's a big tradition here. You wake up, you go watch the football on Boxing Day with your family, and that's like such a huge thing. But for them to all they want to think about is the money and spreading it out and getting as many views as they possibly can. I know you guys love the Premier League abroad, but for me, it's like everyone's like, that's the destination we want to go to as a club. As a fan, I've been to Premier League games. I'm not too bothered about it, to be honest with you.
That's why I brought that up, because I know that's where our ultimate destination, you know, that Wrexham want to get to. But when they've got a Premier League and doing things like this, I mean, let alone no Boxing Day games, but no New Year's games, it's like, it doesn't make any sense. It just, and we want to get there. I mean, it's almost like that's going to be a financial hit to any teams playing in the Premier League. I can't get my head around it. It just doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. And quite simply, it would be very frustrating to deal with if you were a fan.
It's just they're so happy to go against tradition now. You know, third round replays, all that's gone now. And, you know, third round replays for me as a kid was huge thing for everyone. You know, if a non-league side can scrape a draw against a League One, Championship, or even Premier League side, it's like so big financial sentiments for them. It's just, let's do what the Big Six want because they've got Champions League football. Let's bow down to them and do everything that they want to do. And it's why don't get me wrong, seeing Wrexham in the Premier League would be completely amazing. And I'd love it. But I feel like the Championship's got the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
It's got the good atmosphere, the passionate fans, and the quality football.
Yeah.
And no VAR.
And no VAR. And
I'm with you.
It's almost like the Championship is the last step of traditional, football before you go into obviously the world of the Premier League, where there's the money, where there's
the nation states and the Russian.
I get it.
Nation states.
Premier League is about millimeters in some cases. Like it's a huge ask, but yeah, I wouldn't. I love the Championship. I've always loved the Championship. It's such a great league.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to complain if or when we get into the Premier League. I'll really enjoy it. But if you think the Championship's hard, wait until you're playing against £120 million players who can literally dribble past all your team. You mentioned Haaland earlier. He's probably one of my favourite players in the world at the moment. You lob the ball over the top to him, he can hold it up, he can go one-on-one, he's fast, he's strong, he can score 3 goals in 10 minutes. That's what we'd be playing up against every week. Every Premier League side has a top player.
Do you want those players who are worth 120 mil playing for you? And for me, I don't. I think that's a step too far in a way that it's almost the distance then between a Wrexham fan and the player would just be astronomical. Whereas at the moment, you could almost run into them in the shops, You could last year, but...
Yeah, you definitely could. I think, the whole players signing autographs, going into the stadium, being close to fans.
Yeah.
I think post James McLean incident against Cardiff, I think we are slowly going to stop seeing that sort of thing be as readily available. And I think if and when Parky goes, it'll be really interesting to see a manager coming in. Would they have the same philosophy as what Parky had, being really close to the fans, or are they just going to be caring about, we want results, we don't really care, let's get in, let's get out? It'd be very interesting.
But that comes from higher. That comes from higher down than the manager, though, doesn't it? That come from the owners.
If you bring in a manager who's of higher quality to Parky, which if we do get rid of Parky, I'm not advocating that, but say at some point it'll happen, and you bring in someone of higher quality, all they'll care about is getting results and what's best for him in the team. So that might be carrying on what's going on now, but I don't know, when you're getting all these higher quality, higher paid players, the connect from the player to club, it's going to go, unfortunately, at some point.
That's the thing that worried me.
Life. Championship for life. Fuck the Premier League. We don't want it, Rob. Piss off, Rob. We don't want your money.
I think his bank balance wants it, though.
Yeah. And who's the new mob we bought in Apollo? They're certainly looking to double or triple or quadruple their money in a few years, aren't they? So they want to return. They're gonna want Premier League football at some point. Let's get it right. These are billionaires for a reason. They might be nice people, don't get me wrong, but they want return from their money at some point. We're not a charity, are we? So it's an investment. Because there's certain, as I said, that look, I'm sitting here as a lifelong Wrexham fan doing a podcast with 2 blokes from Australia. That's the potential in the club, isn't it? There is Australians, there's Americans, there's people from Brazil, all around Europe who are so invested in the club now.
we could be a big old club, and that's for me. That's where I want to see us. I know some people said like let's be like Bournemouth, Brentford. I want us in the next 20 years to be that side who is the biggest in Wales, and that's it.
Yeah.
So that's my goal for Wrexham.
We're there today, mate. We're there today.
You could make an argument that we are the biggest team in Wales now.
I'm about to say right now.
You could make an argument for it.
With the best, not the biggest.
Not the biggest. Yeah.
With the best, not the biggest. And we've got to beat them at some point.
Stadium like Swansea does, but it's coming. It's coming.
And we've got to win a major trophy. You know, Cardiff won an FA Cup and Swansea won a League Cup. For us to be in that conversation of being the biggest side in Wales, you've probably got to do that at some point.
Yeah.
So
that's this year. So this year we're winning the FA Cup, promoted to the Premier League. Parky out. Right. Okay.
Jose Mourinho in. No, but it's guys, it's such an exciting time, isn't it, to be a part of the club?
Yeah.
But you guys at Iron Gas, after the bit of a lull we had, I know you two are so positive at times. I'm listening to your podcast, you're like, oh, you're too positive for me. I'm too much of a long in the tooth local fan who has seen some shit in this time. After the lull, after the big game against Sheffield United, where do you both realistically see us at the end of the season?
I'd like to say it's about 9th. I think we got a little bit more in us, probably just a bit off the playoffs, but I think we got a bit of a run in us. So I'm hopeful for a top 10 finish.
I wish you'd asked me that question at the end of January, because I probably gave you a better thing. But
I'll jump back on. I'll jump back on at some point if you want me. Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to say, I reckon even before the FA Cup, I think the next 3 matches, if we take 9 from the next 3,
I still think there's more drama here, and I think that it'll be good for the doco as well if we just scrape in, and I have a feeling we might just scrape into the playoffs.
Yeah,
and then I think there's something quite poetic in finishing 13th or 14th this season,
matching that.
Just beating our highest. 14th.
14th, isn't it? 14th, yeah. I'd like to beat that. I'd like to get 13th. So Parky's got a... And what's Parky's highest finish in the championship?
Oh, God. From what I can recollect, I think he's only ever been relegated, but I could be wrong. He has taken clubs that are in turmoil and financially off the pitch. So it's a completely different thing. I think 13th or 14th is realistic.
Horrible. Yep.
But as I said, I think 9th would be a fantastic season and a fantastic base to get the COP up and running next season, to get the training ground up and running. Because at some point, these things are going to bite us in the ass if we don't get them done at some point, because we're going to want to sign a player who's like, what? I'm going to the fitness... I'm going to a local gym where there's local people around, because my auntie goes to Fitness First and the players go there. And it's a bit like, these are guys in Championship. I'm not sure they should be saunering with local, people like that. And they say things about what's going on in the club. They're obviously talking, thinking she's not a football fan. But she was the one that took me to my first Wrexham game. And she's told me a few things I won't say, but it doesn't look good. I don't think footballers of that caliber should be saunering and recovering in a local gym. I think it should be at that point. They should be having their own facilities. So I think that's a priority.
If you want to climb announced. I think they're surely going to announce Collier's shortly, aren't they? I mean, I thought that was almost a done deal, buying Collier's back and setting up a proper training ground there. So hopefully that happens sooner rather than later, and we can get them out of your nan's, your aunt's sauna.
It needs to be done, though, doesn't it? It really does need to be done.
Yeah, is she abusing them? I don't know. What
No, she's very quiet, but if you're having the Joe Bloggs going in there and chatting their heads off when they're just meant to be relaxing, it's as nice as these guys probably are, it would do your head in, wouldn't it? having some bloke talk to you about how bad the game was the other day, and you're like, oh, I'm trying to shut that off now, pal, shut up. But
ahead, not behind, mate. We're moving on, Yeah. And they're professional athletes who want to recover and train in a professional environment, not a semi-amateur. We're going down to Chay's aunt's place for a sauna.
It's a lovely gym. Like if you go in there and you work out as like a local person, it's a beautiful gym. It's not like a Rocky style horrible gym. It is like
doing the Rocky.
Yeah, it's a good facility. It is a good facility, but it's not where I want championship players to be recovering. Really, you need their own sauna, don't they?
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, let's get your predictions for the games coming up.
Okay.
We'll give our predictions. Why not? Let's do it. We got to give them anyway. So obviously we'll start with Preston. So I'm hoping we obviously continue on that form. I would not change that side. What do we see going against Preston? Wrexham versus Preston at home. Okay, you go first, mate. You are the guest.
I think we keep the same side unless we maybe swap out Matty James for Dobson if we think that we were a bit defensively.
Oh, is that just you or is that me?
Technical difficulties. There he is.
We just lost you for a moment.
We completely missed all of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
We heard out, and that was about it. I'm with you on that one.
If there's any change, it'd be Matty James or Sheaffer Dobson, just to make us that little bit more defensively. But if we stay with the same team, I'm happy with that. And I'm going to predict. Go on, then. I'm going to be positive. 2-1 Wrexham.
2-1
I like it.
Okay,
I like it. I think we see Rathbone for James. 3-1 Wrexham.
Okay, I'd say that as well.
I think he needs to, not that they played bad, but I think he needs to swap it up with 4 games in 9 days. I don't think you don't want to run him into the ground.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. 100% agree. And,
I think he goes completely unchanged, and I reckon it's going to be 3-0.
Okay, I'll take that. Very positive.
Yeah.
Very positive.
The hard one's going to be predicting Blackburn. I think they're going to be a bit, because you never really know what side's going to turn up with Blackburn. They've pulled off some interesting results. And
I hope it doesn't rain, because if it rains, the game will probably get called off. Because they've got a terrible drainage system. Like, it is awful. They've had 2 games called off this season at midway through matches, so I hope the weather's nice. Because it'd be the most typical thing, Wrexham go 4-0 up and then the game gets bad. But I think for Blackburn,
take a sponge.
I think for Blackburn, we've got to look at winning that, because they are lower than us in the table. They aren't a great side, to be fair. We're going to be putting teams like this to the sword, so I'd like to see. I think 2-0 Wrexham. I think that's what I'm going to go for that one.
My worry is we don't do the teams below us how we should be, and whether that's a mental attitude, whether it's we go in there too defensive, thinking we don't need to do a lot to win. But yeah, I'd like to see us actually try to put a team to the sword. So 4-0 Wrexham.
Just
wow.
There we go. And I think there'll be a couple of changes. From the team between them. So yeah, 4-0. Putting it out there. I'll give you optimistic.
All right. Well, I mean, who have they got? Have they got any big names? I mean, I know they've got. Is it Cantwell?
Todd Cantwell, yeah, good player.
He's all right. Henriksen.
He's the type. Yeah, Todd Cantwell for me is the type of player that does have a lot of quality, but can, again, maybe a little bit like Broadhead, can go missing at times at big games. So he can either be amazing or quite in and out, a bit of a luxury player.
They don't have a very good strike force, I don't think. I'm gonna go 2-0. I'm gonna go with Shay on that one. 2-0.
So we've all gone, pretty much all gone for 6 points in the next 2 matches. I like it.
Are we going to do Derby as well?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
We're not recording our next episode till after that game, so we may as well do Derby.
And they're what, 1 ahead of us, 1 point ahead of us at the moment on the table. So this is a good match that you want to be beating the teams around you. That
I think we draw. I think we draw.
Yeah,
they're a good side. They are a good side. Very physical, if you remember, when we played them early on in the season. And everyone was expecting Derby to be really poor this season. They've really turned it around and done a really good job. So you've got to give them a lot of credit there.
Yeah.
It's away from home. I think we'll be a bit under the cosh. I think we're going to have some tired legs at that point. I think it'll be 1-1 that well. It's a tough game, but you can't, it's a big ask. Go 4 games on the bounce winning.
In 9 days,
I think we're going to be a bit knackered. It's away from home. It's one of them, I think. You'll draw 1-1 and you'll rub your hands and go, happy with that.
Yeah, I'd definitely take a 1-1. I would bite your hand off right now for 7 points over the next 3 games. That'd set us right up. I'd take that.
Yeah, 100%.
7 points over the next 3 great games, and if results go our way, we'll see us. That'll be on a decent run. So that would mean my prediction of sneaking into the playoffs might actually come true.
Hell of a lot of football to go, hell of a lot of football.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to then keep it up, but you only need 2 or 3 wins in a row, and you are right up there. So, but conversely, 3 losses, and we would be in deep trouble.
Oh, if you're exactly. If you're neutral, it's the best league in the world in any sports, really. So anyone can beat anyone on any given day.
Results matter.
I know exactly. There's even the mid-table, as you said, a couple of wins and you're touching playoffs, a couple of losses, and you're looking like, you are looking behind your shoulder then. So really interesting.
As long as we stay ahead of the rest of the promoted teams.
I like how you put that in there. We've been trying to get the long in there. So long as long. So are you going to all those games, Shay, or you?
I'm going to Preston, of course. I go to all the home games, and I am going to Blackburn. If my bank balance is looking okay for the rest of the month, I think Derby could be within the grasp, but at that point, I'm a bit like, do I just save my money? So I'm fancying it. I got a few mates who live in London, so I might go down to watch us against QPR at the end of the month. So I might just save my pennies for that, to be fair.
For that one, good trip away. Yep.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, actually, I was just going to quickly touch on this before we let you go. I don't know if you've seen much of the TV footage, but on our footage down here, they decided to actually put a shot from the tech end for like the first 5 minutes of the second half.
Oh, it was ugly.
It was ugly because you just had this big black line like right in front of you.
No, you wouldn't have seen it. So our first 5 minutes of the second half wasn't from the side on; it was from your seat, pretty much.
What?
It was. What the?
Was that iFollow? Was it? Was that iFollow?
Yeah, well, not iFollow, but Be In Sport. So whether that and Paramount, Be In down here, so Paramount and Sky or whatever, somebody stuffed up big time and didn't change your camera. And then maybe 3 or 4 minutes in, it was like
I didn't even know they had a camera over in that end.
How did I? To be fair, Sky. It wouldn't have been Sky because that was primetime TV. The Sky. It's a big Boxing Day game, wasn't it? To be fair,
yeah.
So I think they probably got that sorted. So maybe it's the iFollow feed because I know people have had nothing but problems with iFollow.
But it wasn't iFollow. It wasn't iFollow. It wasn't an iFollow game.
But no, they would have
been. But it might have been. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I was going to rant about iFollow. I was hoping it was iFollow. Yeah. It's awful, isn't it? It's an awful service for what people pay.
Being's even worse.
Not as bad as being sports, man. Not as bad.
Right. Okay.
We had a
imagine this, Jay. Right? You're watching a game, right? and all of a sudden an error message flashes up. So you're like, fuck, all right, close it all down, reopen the app, restream it to the TV, but you cannot go from where you left off. You have to watch the game from the start.
That's their replay. That's shocking. It is shocking.
And then you think, oh, hang on a second, I'll just Chromecast it from my phone. So you get your phone out and you Chromecast it from your phone. The app on the phone's even worse because you click the 15 second to move forward and it goes forward 15 minutes, not 15 seconds. And if you go forward too much, it restarts the whole thing from the start. And you just you can't even move a slider to where you want it to be. It is atrocious. It is. It's like year two's bloody invented that app, and this is what
you need to get yourself a VPN. You need to get yourself a VPN.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm getting myself to Wrexham in April. I'm going to see it in person.
Are you getting yourself down there anytime soon, Rowdy?
The plan was, I was going to come down next year, but I'm going to wait until the new stand's done, and then I'm coming over. So
the exclusion order expires in 3 years.
All set there, thanks to our lovely Patreon people that have donated for so long. I think I've got probably just enough for flights, which is exactly what I needed. But it's going to sit there until the new, because I don't want to go all that way and then not be guaranteed a ticket. And I know probably, someone will probably give up a ticket, but that would make me feel bad. So I want to go when the new COP is open.
That's a sensible time to go, to be fair, because even if you go a month or two after the COP's been built, because maybe the buzz of having the new COP would have died down a little bit, and it'd be easy to get a ticket then. And yeah, that's a very sensible thing to do. And just to be able to see it as well, it would be amazing for you to fly out all the way over.
Are you going to be able to swap your season ticket or your season seat to the
COP
from where you are?
Yeah. It's an option.
That would become the away end. Is that going to become the away end? You think the
what I hope they do is they split half the tech end and keep the away fans where they are now, to keep them segregated, so the atmosphere is not as good. Because if you give the away fans the whole of the tech end, it'll be bouncing. The club probably won't do that, in all fairness. But
were you at Charlton?
Yeah. What's this? Sorry.
Did you go to Charlton? Because that was exactly like Charlton, where they had the away end.
Rotherham was the same as well. You were at that, weren't you? It's just one big away end. And away fans are always louder because it's all, you're more of a hardcore if you're travelling to go see your team and what have you. I think they mess them up a bit and make it as uncomfortable as possible, and maybe, piss all over the toilets before the game and make it all horrible and stinky for them,
Go old school on the fuckers. Okay, I like it.
Just remember back in the day.
Aim when you're pissed.
Exactly. Back in the day when we used to give, Chester or Shrewsbury or a big side the whole of the tech end, they would produce really good atmospheres, and it was hard to keep up with it. So maybe not so much Chester. But if you give the whole away fans that whole tech end, I think it'd be a bit of a mistake. But hopefully the acoustics in the COP will be banging and we'll be even louder. So
interesting that they're working out designs to maximise that acoustic noise coming out of the COP, aren't they? Keep it in there. They've got that grouping right. Make sure it all comes out. Do what you can to help the atmosphere.
I hope they do what Huddersfield did. Yeah, as I said, I've got the option with my ticket to go into the COP if I want to. But to be fair, that all depends on price. If it's an extra £100, £200, I'll be like, I'll just go into the Mould Road or something. As much as I'd love to be in the COP.
So you'd spend that extra £200 on a bigger jacket.
Exactly. I don't really care about being in the atmosphere because at some point I want to be taking my lad with me anyway. So it doesn't. Being in the COP would be great.
Go into hospitality.
My pay packet just doesn't cover that. But I mean, who wants to be with the prawn sandwich eaters anyway? You want to be in amongst it. So I'd highly suggest, you are right, Rowdy, come in when the COP is built. That would be because even if you don't get a ticket in the Cop, you can get a ticket in the Mulled Road, the Wrexham Lager.
Yeah, that's because what the club had done for international fans, they used to have an allocation of tickets for every game, and then once the temporary stand came down, they stopped all of that. So you could go there and you're not guaranteed a ticket. So I just thought that's too much of a risk. I mean, it's going to cost me about $10,000.
Oh yeah,
Australian
it's not cheap
to get
now.
there.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, okay, too much of a risk. I'd feel bad taking someone's ticket, so I'm going to go when the new Cops open, and then I'll probably get a ticket then. I might even just go when for the opening of the new Cop as well. So that'll be pretty cool. So I've got some ideas, but I will be there. Just
to be fair, that surely they'd have to be doing a pilot event before it's properly built. So you'd think they maybe put a women's game on or a youth game on just to see what it's like.
Aren't they flying at the moment? The women. Whew.
Yeah, well, definitely touch on them. They're doing great, aren't they? I haven't managed to go see them this season yet. I think they should be playing more games at the racecourse, to be honest. We've paid this pitch. And I think the Rock's not... It's not the easiest to get to. The club don't put it on a club bus from the thing, so it's a bit like... I'm not too keen about going to the Rock, but fair play to them. They're doing brilliant, and they're playing some really good football this season. So I should get myself down there at some point.
I think you'll find if they end up winning the Adran Premier this season, that all the European games will come to the Cop, to the racecourse. So
that'll be massive for the town, won't it? And then you got to remember these women; they are semi-pros, aren't they? They've got jobs. They're as normal as they possibly can be playing for Wrexham. So it'd be a brilliant achievement for us to get to Europe.
We're the first club with 2 full-time players. I think we got 2 professionals. And the rest of them.
They're not going to be on mega money, though, are they? Let's be fair. It's going to be probably an all right wage, but it's not going to be anywhere near any of the men's teams. So it's very normal, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, Shay, we'll let you go and
been a pleasure,
enjoy
mate.
your morning.
Yeah, really enjoyed it, guys. If you want me on in the future, just let me know.
Absolutely.
If I'm child free, I'll definitely do it.
Absolutely, man. We'll definitely be in touch. We may actually just have to get you and Bill on at the same time and do it.
Oh, too long. That's just too much long. That's it.
Hey, we should try and get Neil on as well and get the whole gang back together for you. That would be quite fun, wouldn't it?
Like the days of Dragonheart.
Yeah.
I miss that. I miss Dragonheart, man. I really do.
Yeah, unfortunately it just didn't work out towards the end, but that is what it is. Mark's doing his thing now, and I'm doing Racecourse Ramble. All good things have to come to an end. But Dragonheart was fun at the time.
Well, thank you so much for your time on a Sunday morning.
Right. I need a coffee now, guys. And to be fair, next time I need to get up a bit earlier because I look an absolute state.
Have you seen Rousey's hair? I mean,
I know.
I've got to say, the way I'm looking, I'm not screenshotting the way I'm looking right now to go on my Tinder profile. So, cheers. Thanks very much, lads.
Enjoy Preston.
I will enjoy Preston. Now, cheers, boys. Have a good.
Catch you, mate.
Right,
take care.
This is the Wrexham Round Up with Rowdy and Cryptic. She'll be right, mate.
It's a long one.
All right, that was a very, very good chat, and we've got to obviously dig down. I mean, I know we spent a lot of time talking about Sheffield United, but how could you not? I mean, that was just
excitement.
That was a hell of a game. So, and according to our predictions, we'll get 7 points out of the next 3 games, which should hopefully, if those predictions all come true.
Run. Counts as a run for me, 7 points. That'd be what, 10 out of 12 for the last 4.
If we back up that Sheffield, and this is what I really want to see. I want to see us back up that Sheffield United performance, because after our epic game against Coventry, Didn't we end up coming back? Yeah, we ended up
Yeah.
drawing against Portsmouth 0-0, and it was a very dry, drab game, hard to watch. So I would really, really like to see us back up that performance against Sheffield United with another really, really solid performance.
Yeah.
And then we could be the narrative will change, and then we'll be like, okay, we got something.
But we haven't put 2 really good performances together in a row. So time to do that. Time to get a bit of consistency.
That's correct.
Good consistency, not bad.
I'm interested to know if we've actually, because I know we touched on the new COP today. I'm interested to know if the council's actually approved.
The extra 2,500.
Yeah, because they've been very quiet about that. I thought they were going to announce it before Christmas, but I don't know. Weird.
Well, they put the application in, didn't they, to take it to the other, add the 2,500 on top. So. Yeah, I haven't heard whether that's come through.
Maybe they were just worried about the phosphates.
You're having a piss, mate. You're taking a piss. Yeah.
Oh, dear. Yeah, good old phosphates. Everyone loves them. Jesus. Okay, well, geez, how long have we been going for? Almost an hour and 20 minutes. I think people will be probably bored of us by now.
Yeah, better
we'll be boring all those bots.
Sorry, bots.
Yeah, sorry, bots. All right. Well, look, I think we may as well just end it off there. It's been a hell of an episode, Simon. It's been really good.
Been a good one.
Yeah. We do have a Patreon program, guys. So if you want to get involved in that, links in the description down below. We do have some quick shout outs for executive producers, Not PC, Bryant, Welsh, Techie, Sarah, and Anthony. You guys have been supporting us at top tier for a long time now. And there will be announcements there probably soon once I figured something out. So expect that announcement in the Discord, which is a private Discord, which you get access to. Expected an announcement there soon. And as well as, we can't forget, for less than the price of a beer a month, Matt Al, Drew, Ryan, Neb, Deandra, Anthony, John, Jake, the Wrexham Texan, Will, Aaron, and Josh from the local pundit.
Thank you.
Also another good channel, the only Wrexham channel doing 4 videos a day on game days. I don't know how they do it. It is absolutely redonkulous, but get over there and give them a bit of a like, as well as, support all the other podcasts. You've got Me, the Wife, and Wrexham, also a great podcast. I love them. And hope Sian is doing well with her recovery from her hip and all that. And also Rob Ryan Red and Fearless in Devotion. Great shows for Ramble as well. Racecourse Ramble.
Racecourse Ramble. Yeah.
Cannot forget Racecourse Ramble. So, geez, and there's a few new ones popping up too. I've noticed a few new ones. Just people trying to test the waters and see what it's like. And you know what? The more the merrier.
Oh yeah.
Bring it on.
Jump into the pool. Yeah, just don't
jump into the pool. It's nice and warm. But if you want to reach out to us as well, all the links are below in the description. You've got an email address, or just leave a comment and I will respond. Righto. Mate, that was really good. Thank you for organizing that. I've been wanting Chay on this show for a long time now, so. And I never actually got around to reaching out to him, which is really poor form from me.
I reached out and grabbed a long, mate. That's what I did.
Yeah, reached out and grabbed a long one.
Grabbed the long when I reached out. I did.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We will. Our next one will be after Derby County. Because it's a hectic couple of games. I think this one will be after Derby County, where we will look back at this whole 3-game stretch and preview, obviously, the FA Cup, which is coming up, which is going to be good and juicy.
The sweet FA Cup.
Oh, the sweet FA Cup. Yes.
That's
a blast from the past. The fuck all cup.
The sweet
I think I've still got the fuck all cup somewhere, sitting around somewhere. Oh dear. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much. We will see you guys on the next Wrexham Roundup. Say hi to your mum for me.
And your nan.
Yeah, can't forget the nans. Toodles.